us to the latest developments around Raja Bhaiya. The question's really on whether the Samajwadi Party government is shielding him a day after he was forced to resign as a minister.
Well, the state ADG Law and Order Arun Kumar today virtually ruled out the arrest of Raja Bhaiya in the murder of a deputy superintendent of police. He claimed that the murder needs to be probed first before a conspiracy can be investigated. Remember, that's what Raja Bhaiya has been booked for. Arun Kumar also saying that the post-mortem report shows only one gunshot wound and that the bullet is untraceable. He says the police is yet to find an eyewitness to this crime.
वो जो उनके खिलाफ है वो क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी है। क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी में पहले क्राइम एस्टैब्लिश कर दिया, आप विवेचना करते हैं तो पहले क्राइम एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं। क्राइम कैसे हुआ, जो हम लोग इसके बारे में बात किया, जब वो क्लियर होगा तब आप कॉन्स्पिरेसी को लिंक करेंगे और तब आप उसको उसी हिसाब से साक्ष्य लेंगे। तो उसी हिसाब से विवेचना हो रही है। क्षेत्राधिकारी को एक गोली लगी है और वो जो है वो उनके पीछे से, मतलब चेस्ट के पीछे से इंटर करके और चेस्ट के सामने से निकल गई है। ये दोनों बोर्ड जो है वो पुलिस के पास नहीं रहता है अमूमन, मतलब सरकारी वेपन तो नहीं है ये। तो आप प्राइवेट वेपन यदि किसी के पास था या किसी ने चलाया नहीं चलाया, ये सारी बातें तो विवेचना का, अभी क्या 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 कहा जा सकता है उसके बारे में।
All right, let's get in our National Bureau Chief Bhupen Chaube for more on this. Bhupen, we just heard the police speak once again and also talk about what really needs to be done before you can even establish conspiracy. Given the kind of signals we're getting from the police, is there a possibility that Raja Bhaiya is not going to be arrested at all?
Let us just look at the fact. The fact is that there were 3 FIRs which were filed. One of those FIRs which were filed by Dr. Parveen, who was the wife of of the slain Deputy Superintendent of Police Zia-ul-Haq, has alleged that according to her, the main mastermind of her husband's murder was Raja Bhaiya and that this entire killing was orchestrated at the behest of Raja Bhaiya. That is the argument which has been made in one of the FIRs. Now put that in the context of what has been said today by the UP ADG. Mr. Arun Kumar today has said that there is a difference in the nature of bullets which have been recovered from the site where this incident took place and the nature of the bullet which had injured the Deputy Superintendent of Police and the bullet which ended up ultimately taking his life. He says that the bullet which was found on the ground is from a .315 bore, but the bullet which is supposed to have killed the Deputy SP is of a different bore, is of a different size. Then he goes on to say that that bullet which had ultimately taken the life of the Deputy Superintendent of Police has not been recovered from the spot. Now you put all these statements together and look at what exactly is Arun Kumar saying. What exactly is being said by Arun Kumar is that he doesn't have any eyewitnesses to prove that maybe there was someone even close to Raja Bhaiya who was involved. He has not recovered the bullet which ultimately ended up taking the life of this Deputy Superintendent of Police. Then who exactly killed him? Why is it that the police then has arrested Guddu Singh and another individual? If there are no eyewitnesses, if the bullet which ended up taking the life of this Deputy Superintendent of Police, if that bullet has also not been recovered, what exactly is the nature of investigation that we're seeing then?
Right, it seems the police are now carrying out the investigation and talking to prove that Raja Bhaiya was not involved rather than trying to establish his possible role in the crime. The ADG Law and Order coming out twice today to say let's probe the murder first, we'll come to the conspiracy later. Of course, this amid the pressure that clearly is mounting on the Akhilesh Yadav government to take some action.
There is no doubting the fact that Akhilesh Yadav as Chief Minister is on the back foot on this case. Over the last 24 hours, I myself have made several attempts to reach out to him, but there has really been no official word from him specifically on the point of Raja Bhaiya's involvement. When this question was put before Akhilesh Yadav yesterday, whether all those who've been named in the FIR are going to be arrested or not, he had said that he is going to be, anyone who's involved in this entire matter will be arrested. Now Raja Bhaiya's name has been included as the person who was the main conspirator in this entire case. Why is it that no such action is being taken against him? Is Arun Kumar trying to tell us that because he has not managed to recover the bullet which took the life of this Deputy Superintendent of Police, therefore Raja Bhaiya's involvement is a secondary issue for the UP police? These are very, very uncomfortable questions for Akhilesh Yadav himself.
Absolutely.